trying to reconnect with the past that you thought you were done with.
Right.
People you not done with, really people, but yeah, you used to keep in touch
But it wasn't.
But now here you are. Like for me, the first maybe 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Even now, I still know there are people who believe I'm still in the military.
Right.
Because for me, this is me. Whether while still serving, while still out here,
Right.
this is me. There are people who don't know whether I've left.
Right.
So it's that welcoming you back. Okay, there will be family members who will be there for you.
Yeah, those
And they will understand.
Yeah.
Like my mom is always like, she tells me, whenever you see military trucks, my heart just sank. Now she's very happy.
Oh, when she used to
Yeah.
see military trucks, her
When
heart would sink.
Yeah, because
Why?
she would. Most of the time we would go for days or weeks without talking over the phone.
Okay.
Now Somali came and she knew I was there, so that was
Tough on her.
tough on her.
Yeah.
I've lost friends even from my home area, and she knew them,
Yeah.
and we were in the same school, so
Okay.
she would get worried.
Okay.
But the biggest one I would say would be with my immediate family. That's my wife
Yeah.
and my son.
Yes.
My brothers and sisters, they are okay.
Yeah.
But for my wife, that has been a very big change.
Okay.
A very big change.
Mm.
Like for instance, when in Westgate was
2013.
2013.
Yes.
My son was less than a month to.
Ooh.
So that was really
That was pressure right there.
on her. She tells me that was one of the toughest moments in our marriage.
Yeah.
But now we've moved on. I would say things are working out, because coming back, I wouldn't say transiting, because I've always been, you are civilian first before you become a soldier. You go out there, do whatever you need to do, come back, the society is still the same. Okay, they'll have changed.
Yeah. But do you feel you can ever be that civilian you were before the military?
No, that part, I think it's...
I know, right?
Yeah, I think
it's gone.
It's gone.
Done.
It's gone.
There's no such thing.
You can lie to yourself that you can go back, but
You
you can't. Once a soldier, that past, when you're past that, you can never go back.
It's true. I mean, and you know, like, people will say to me all the time, they'll say, you're back to civilian life. And I'm like, dude,
You don't know what you're talking about.
you don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about, because there is no going back.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah, I think it's an experience that fundamentally changes all of us. And even when we do leave the service, it's only the uniform we take off, essentially.
Yeah.
But it is also important to take off more than the uniform. You know, it's also taking off, a certain way of thinking. But also, I came to realize, accepting that there are things that cannot go back to the way they were. You know, we do the whole basic training. You went further. It's like basic training was not good enough. You had to go and do para selection, you do SF selection. Now, basic training, good enough for me, thank you. But the thing is that after all that, because that's where the structural changes happens, even if we're not aware. But after it's all done, there is no reverse retraining.
No.
It's just...
Yeah.
But you said Fanta, boye, boye.
Yeah, welcome to the world, boye,
Boye,
boye.
boye.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's welcome to the world.
Welcome,
boye, boye.
welcome back to the world.
Yeah.
Nothing was easy as such,
No.
but some of the things that weren't that much of a challenge would be accepting that you are away. When
I was away.
Yeah, when you accept that, yes, I was away, and now I'm back,
Yeah.
and this is what I have to move on from here.
Yeah.
To me, that wasn't much of an issue. You know, you have guys who've left and they still, I see them, they don't want to let go of that military aspect. They still want to adorn you feel, yeah, I left, but I never left.
Yeah.
To me, that wasn't an issue. The transition for that was easy. But now, it's when coming back to the people you left,
Yeah.
to them, they moved on.
Yes.
Your life got stuck at some point, because once you join the military,
Yeah.
like my unit, when you are in the special forces, that requires over 90% of your time.
True.
So people moved on.
Yeah.
You moved on, but on a different trajectory. Because yes, you moved on, but in terms of military aspect,
Right.
there's a part of you that really stopped. One, things like education. where I was, you join, there's no much time to continue the education. You have to shelve that aside and do what you need to do for now.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I've gone
shake
back
my
to
hand.
school.
What are you taking?
I'm trying to juggle between two things, and I'm
Nice.
trying to see whether they can work. Because my ultimate passion, apart from being in the military, I love interior design.
I love it.
Very weird, but
No, it's not weird. You don't understand.
no, you know
It's not
what?
weird.
Sometimes I will tell guys, you know, I love interior design, and I do my house. I change the paint I don't know how often. I change a lot of stuff in the house.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. I'll never let go of the aspect of security. So
Never,
I'm trying
yeah.
to see
Because
how
it was you even before you
yeah,
joined the military.
yeah. I'm trying to see how those two can work.
Okay.
The design part and the security part, which I know
It is possible.
very interlinked.
Yes.
They can work.
Oh yes, it is possible.
So that part of education now, that was at a stall, but now it's picking up. The other aspect is the family.
Yeah.
That I've never been happier. I've never been happier. I just love the way the family aspect is working out.
Yeah.
I love being with my son.
Yeah.
He just turned 4 last month.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
to him.
he's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think we've even grown closer.
Sure.
That I can talk for hours. I'm just so happy
I
about
know
that.
you've just become this
Yeah,
doting
yeah,
dad that
it's
knows when he eats,
Yeah.
when he sleeps,
Yeah.
how he's supposed to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm happy that you're enjoying that.
that is a very big plus.
Do you feel like you had taken a lot for granted in your absence and your wife was alone in raising him? Do you feel like she was dealing with a lot?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Even before this morning, I was just thinking how life was when I was not around, and
Yeah.
I have to say she did a great job.
Yeah.
Being away by yourself, taking care of a child is not.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, and knowing that the other person is not on a holiday somewhere or in the
So she
beach,
was also worrying
yeah,
about you.
yeah, it must have been hard.
Must have been tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tough.
So, have you thanked her?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I tell her every day.
Yeah.
But sometimes I make a joke and I tell her, now it's my turn to enjoy the family.
Yeah, and let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Your wife is now the one who is actually not even in the country.
Yeah, my wife is away for now.
Yes, working.
She's working abroad.
You've switched roles.
Now we've switched roles.
She's the one now in SF.
Yeah. She's in SF somewhere,
Yeah.
doing what she needs to do.
Yeah.
Now it's me back in the house.
Yes.
And now she makes those calls that I used to make. And she gets
But
mad
you-
when I don't pick up. Maybe I'm somewhere else. Like, no, I tell her, don't get mad. This is what used to happen to me. I used to call you and you are doing something. So
Yes.
now
I'm also doing something.
I'm also doing something. So it's okay. Now,
That is so funny.
The reason such a thing has been possible for her to also exploit her potential
Right.
is me being away, me being back in the family.
Okay.
Because she's a very outgoing person, a very hardworking person.
Your
but
wife is lovely.
yes,
Yeah.
but now there's when sometimes when some of the issues limit you in life, they just don't limit you. They limit even people next to you, your family members,
Right.
your spouse.
Yeah.
Because they'll not be able to exploit their full potential. They have to jungle between should I pursue what I love in life and live.
Because you're never there.
Yeah,
so there's
yeah.
a huge burden on
There's
family.
there's a very huge burden. But now being back together, that allowed her to venture out, try things that she always wanted. And she's very grateful for that. And I tell her, this is only possible because I'm back.
Yeah.
If I was not around, this would not be possible. That's a very big plus also.
I mean, it's a huge plus.
Yeah, a very big one.
One thing that I found in the course of my work was people struggling with family roles. And I want to talk about that because a key question I used to ask, I don't know if I ever asked it when I came to see you guys, I used to ask, who is the head of your family? You know? Yeah, who is the head of your family? If you're a soldier, who is the head of your family? Now in retrospect, Who was the head of your family?
That definitely, that your better half, your spouse.
Your wife was the head of the family.
She was.
And
She was,
I-
because
yeah.
what I did for that period was provide, but now you are doing the provisions, but there's someone who has to manage all that you're providing and
Executing
everything as, because for you, when you come back, you expect things to have happen in a certain way.
Yes.
And it's only her who could have done that.
Right.
So the head of the family would be her, and it's sad that at times people take that for granted. You have, if the other person that doesn't realize who they are in the whole setting,
Yes.
then you'll have a headless family.
It's true. Because it's true, you're not there.
You're not there, and you think they are there. For them, they think, oh, the man is supposed to be. So it's absent. There's no one heading that family. All you are doing is allocating resources and.
Right.
But luckily for me,
you were able to have that understanding.
Yeah.
You know, and I say it to people all the time. I say, once you join the military, you need to forget traditional family roles.
They don't work. They don't.
Your family will break up.
It will.
Yeah.
It will.
You know, because after you join the military, there's only one culture you should respect.
Yeah.
Military culture.
Yeah.
And military culture, you're not the head of your family.
Yeah.
Your wife is.
Yeah.
And it's so important to be able to understand that, to be able to run the home. So yeah, I'm glad you found that out as well. And now that you're back, you are now the head of the family, but you're also doing roles that your wife otherwise would do if we look at it from the traditional, way of looking at it. Because do you say, I'm a man, I won't cook for my child?
No, I make very good omelets.
There you go. So omelets, matubis, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how you want to see it.
How do you see it? That's what I want to know. And that's what I want everybody to hear.
For me, it's the head. I wouldn't call it a rotational thing. I don't want to use that word.
Okay.
But if the two of you are in agreement that in my absence, I expect you to step up and cover what I was supposed to do.
Right.
In your absence, I also expect the same. Because the things that I'm handling at the moment are things that she used to do.
Yes.
When I was away,
Yes.
she used to do what I could have done.
Right. So both of you are equally capable.
We are. It all goes to empowering the other person. Let them feel that they are an equal partner in whatever you have. Because if they feel like they're just passing by or they are just supporting your dreams, and for her, she has supported me. Because all along, even the day that I told, surprisingly, the day I told my wife that I want to leave the Special Forces, she was like, what has changed?
Because
you've been enjoying this, and I always hear you talk about it in a very positive way. What has changed? And I told her, I don't know. It's in my heart. I feel we need to move on from here. And now, time later, she really got to understand, like, this is what. And when you get used to having things in a certain way, we get to a comfort place where, things just work out. Things that.
Yeah.
Even for her going back to school.
Yeah.
When her issues are working, she may not understand that your issues are not working, and the whole family setting is not working. But now that we've switched, she really gets to see this would not have been possible if you were not back in the family.
So it's made your marriage stronger?
Very, very strong.